Hi friends, welcome to today's video. Today's a very fun summer look, which is very exciting. I'm going to be using the Italian Spritz palette from Too Faced. We're going to be reviewing this today. I'll include some swatches in the video as well as the tutorial. Let's just go ahead and jump right on in. I'm so excited. So before we jump into this, let me just show you the palette. I will also insert swatches after this clip. So this is the Too Faced Italian Spritz palette. Now, I did try to wear, let me move you guys down a little bit, a cute little tropical-ish shirt, something bright and fun. Mine has butterflies on it. This would have been much better for the Too Faced palette, but, you know, I just wanted something bright and fun. I don't really own that many tropical-looking shirts, if you will. So this is what the packaging looks like. The box is very similar. Here's the box. Same thing. The box has the palette shades on the back. And then this is the back of the palette. Just tells you the Italian Spritz. Lake Como cocktail inspired eyeshadow palette. I don't know why I said inspired like that. Inspired. It says transport yourself to Lake Como, Italy without the airfare with this sparkling fresh eyeshadow palette inspired by our favorite summer cocktail. How cute. Here it is. It's supposed to smell like tropical citrus or something, I believe. And it does have a tropical smell to it. I can confirm it's very light, but it's very good. So here's the palette itself. It's got some beautiful pinks, some purples, some blues, even some really fun orangey shades in here. And of course, Too Faced is really good at their neutrals. So at the end of the video, I will compare this to my other Too Faced palettes as well, just so we can see the similarities. But this is the cocktail palette from them, the new cocktail summer palette. So cute. So I did my brows. What did I use? The ABH Soft Brown Brow Powder Duo. I cleaned up my brows and primed my eyes using my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Concealer in the shade Medium 83C. It's kind of like my exact skin tone. You can't even, like, you know, tell the difference between the shade of my eyes and the shade of my skin. That's why I like it. So let's jump right on into the palette. Ignore the fact I almost hit myself in the eyeball with that. Also, I'm having a really hard time with my lash extensions. This eye looks great, no complaints. This up here, like the first half of my eyeball here, is missing some lashes, and these just don't want to cooperate. I don't know what to do about it. But anyway, let's ignore that, shall we? I think this is the palette upside down, so I don't blind you with the mirror, by the way. I kind of want to play with the oranges and the blues. Yeah, I want to play with the oranges and the blues. So I'm going to start out with the shade at the bottom. Yep, it will be the bottom for you. It's the top for me. The bottom called Capri Fun. And I just want to put that all in my crease. So I'm going to grab a medium-sized brush. Kind of like this. Not too fluffy. Because I'm going to be packing that shade on. So this is an orangish shade. It's very beautiful. Very beautiful. I didn't want to swatch the mattes for you guys. There's also a really nice mirror in here because mattes don't really swatch like they're going to transfer onto the eye. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? So, you know, not a true representation of the mattes when you swatch them. Ooh, it's pigmented. It's, yeah, okay. So you can always just go straight in and blend this out. That's fine. However, I like pigment and I like my shadows to be intense. This is also my first time doing eyeshadow with these lashes, so it's going to take me a minute to get used to this because I'm used to my lashes being bald until the very end of my looks when I put on lashes. So yeah, it's going to take me a minute. So now that I've got it kind of sort of built up, I'm seriously thinking that's just, you know, the intensity it's gonna stay. I'm gonna blend it out on the edges, that same brush. It's very beautiful. So now that I've got the edges blended out, I'm gonna take an even fluffier brush. Let me find one. Just like so. And I want to take the shade Holy Cannoli. It's a bit of a warmer, kind of peachy shade, and I just want to blend those edges out further. I like tapped twice very lightly into that shade, by the way. You can do windshield wipers, you can do circular motions, it really does not matter. It's very cute. It's very cute. I'm just gonna tap in again. If you watch my TikTok or you watch my tutorials often, you know I kind of tend to overblend. So I'm gonna go back into that shade Capri Fun and just kind of blend with that as well too. That's that orange shade we used. That's so freaking gorgeous. I love oranges and I'm so excited to see what these blues look like. Let me do the same thing I did to this eye on this eye. It's done. I really love that shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. That orange is stunning. Let's take the shade, I don't know if I want to take Feelin' Saucy or Mamma Mia. Let's do Feelin' Saucy, this kind of more burnt orange shade at the top corner. Again, for you, it's the bottom corner, but if you were to look at it like this, it's the top corner, okay? Taking out on that same brush that we first used to place the orange shade down. And I'm only putting this on one side of that brush, okay? I'm going to put this on my bottom half of my lid down here. That's all I'm putting it. Just right there, okay? And then we're going to blend it out. You can take that same big brush. Just blend it into that orange. You might even feel like buffing it into the crease. That's okay too. Look at that. Beautiful blend. I love the burnt orange kind of eye look. I'm really tempted to just keep it matte and pop one of the cream shades on my lid. But no, I'm gonna go in with one of the blue shades. I just don't know if I want to do Lake and Bake or Lake Como. So Lake and Bake, Lake Como. I think Lake Como. Because see, I was really tempted to just put that all over my lid or that all over my lid. Let's just do Lake Como. I'm gonna take it on my finger first and just see how that does. Just gonna pop it. You can put it on your brush and then spray your brush as well. Oh my god, I think that's so cute. Okay. Getting around my lashes is the hardest thing. Like, it's not that I'm afraid to get too close to my lash line. It's just I don't want to get my lashes dirty, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm like overly cautious when it comes to taking care of them because I haven't had them in so long. Look, do you see what I'm talking about? These over here just do not want to cooperate, and it's really aggravating me. I just don't know what to do about them. That's a little better. I am going to spray the brush just to see if that helps. I've got some NYX, bear with me. Spray and a flat brush. I'm just going to take Lake Como on that flat brush. Give him a good 2 to 3 sprays. And kind of just, you know, clean up my cut crease. That's super pretty. Doing the same thing. This kind of helps to carve out your half cut crease too. Like if you aren't the best at, you know, using the eye primer and stuff to cut your crease, this step used to be a go-to of mine because it took me a while to learn too. Beautiful. I'm going to finish my face and then I'll be back for the bottom part of my eyes. I'm back with most of my face finished. What I'm going to do for the bottom is go in with Feelin' Saucy. And I'm just going to take a small brush, like so, very teeny tiny, with that red shade. Putting that up pretty close to my lash line. Pretty close. I hate when stuff is up so close to my eyes. Like, it is literally the worst feeling in the world. All right, now that I have that down, I'm gonna take a slightly bigger brush. I'm just gonna take Capri Fun, the orange shade we've been using, and blend that out all the way across. It might not show up all the way across just because this shade really isn't that pigmented. I love it though. It just blended that out so beautifully. I really wish on the top I would have went in with Feelin' Saucy first and then blended it out with the lighter shade, but you know, mistakes were made. That's fine. All right, now before I finish anything else, I want to take what for my inner corner? What? I think I want to take Ciao Bellini, this shade right here. Don't scream, don't scream. I'm going to take the same bigger brush. This is such a pretty shade. Might be too dark. I'm not wetting it. No, I think it's fine. I was supposed to say not wetting it. I just wanted to pop it in there to see what would happen. It doesn't even, sometimes if you put like a dark shimmer on your inner corner, it will leave a cast, like a shadow almost. I don't feel like that leaves one. But for my brow balm, I just want to take Gelato. It's like gelat, and then, oh, it's just a matte cream shade. Just because I've got Fenty Kilowatt on my cheeks. I don't want anything too intense for my brow balm. So let's pop on some mascara. Let's do the finishing touches. We will regroup at the end. I'll see you guys in just a second. Here we go. The finished look. What do we think? I absolutely love this palette. I cannot wait to use it again. I will probably be playing with the pinks and some of the more pinky purpley shades over on my TikTok. If you want to see that, I'll link it below so you guys can make sure to go head over. The wig today is Strawberry Averyi from Chelsea Smith Cosmetics. I do have a code with them. It's code Lyssa if you would like to use it to save some money off. I'll link that link below as well, and then I'll put my code below it just in case you need to know how to spell it. It's just Lyssa. Hope you guys enjoy the video. I will see you guys next time. Hi, I am barefaced because I almost forgot to show you guys comparisons of the new Italian Spritz palette compared to my other Too Faced palettes. So these are all I have, I believe. At least this is all I could find. I might have a mini laying somewhere around, but I don't think I do anymore. So let's just jump right into it. Italian Spritz versus Too Faced Too Femme. I did change out of my daytime clothes. I'm in my bedtime clothes now. So there are these two compared. This packaging on the Too Femme is very blinding. Let me try to hold it like that at an angle. Not too similar. A few of the pinky tones look a little similar. So do a few of the nudes. But other than that, there's not really... There's actually blue in here too. So this one, I would say these are kind of similar. Are they similar to where you need them both? There are some differences. I would say the main difference is the shimmers in this one are very foiled. They're very different than any Too Faced shadow I've touched so far. The shimmers are much different in that palette. Okay, next we have, this is the Natural Nudes, the Born This Way Natural Nudes compared to Italian Spritz. Not enough similarities to me. This is completely neutral. This has a lot of fun pops of color. Then we have Pumpkin Spice, which is probably my favorite of the Too Faced palettes. Let me see if I can get this up here without slamming the palette shut. Pumpkin Spice and Italian Spritz. A few similar pink tones. Again, this does have some greens thrown in here versus this has some blues. And this Pumpkin Spice has a bit more purples added in as well. Then we have Chocolate Gold, which I don't think is going to be similar at all. This is also very old. Let me put these other two palettes away so I don't drop anything out of my lap. Okay, so I don't think these next three are going to be similar. Well, next four really are going to be similar at all. But again, we'll see. Italian Spritz, Chocolate Gold. I don't see many similarities at all. This one still smells amazing, even though it's so old. Okay, so then these three are from a holiday kit that they just came out with this past year. I've got the Sugar Cookie, Italian Spritz. I don't see any similarities. This one also has a blush in it. Then we have the Chocolate Chip, which has a bronzer, I believe. Nope, a highlight. Chocolate Chip. A couple of the nudes might be similar in that one. And then we have the Gingerbread, which has the bronzer in it. This is my favorite of the three from the holiday kit. Again, a few of the pinks. The bronzer looks really close to the middle shade in that top little row up there. But yeah, those are the comparisons. I definitely think if this is close to any of mine, it is the Too Femme. And the formula of the shimmers in the two palettes are completely different. There's also quite a few different colors in the two palettes. So I just wanted to throw that portion in. If you didn't want to see it, I'm so sorry, feel free to skip, you know, but I thought it was an honorable mention just to tell you guys, because I know a lot of people complain about how similar a lot of the Too Faced palettes are, and I totally get it. For a long time I had that thought as well, and I kept thinking, dang, when are we getting something different? Because it felt like, to me, the last like interesting thing we got from them was the Too Faced Too Femme palette, and that was 2 years ago, I think, because I worked at Ulta when it came out, so I believe it was about 2 years ago. And everything since then has been very neutral, very bland, very similar to what they were doing. So when I saw this, I was just so excited. It really caught my eye for summertime. I wasn't the biggest fan of the look I created today. After looking at it in person, it was just kind of meh. I did like it on camera though, so I'm definitely gonna play with a few more of the colors on TikTok. Again, make sure you follow me on there if you want to see those. I'll see you guys over there, and thank you so much for watching if you stuck along for me this long.